Welcome to another very special episode of this podcast, Grace Combos. This is a Thanksgiving special. How you doing, Dino?
Hey, what's up, Pablo? It is a Thanksgiving episode. Shouldn't you be a little bit more afraid than you sound?
Ha, ha, ha.
You are indeed a turkey.
Yes, for those who don't know, pavo is turkey in Spanish.
He's that
So
he's that butterball turkey.
yeah, so I was hiding in Thanksgiving. I'm actually sick
He was
right
ge-
now, so
he was getting
uh,
pumped up at the factory. He was getting like straight up
yeah, I
fucked.
was just trying to look as sick as possible so they would give me a pardon. And well, I'm still here, so
Yeah, I
there's
don't
that.
that is good. There's a weird controversy. I don't know if you've picked up on it, but they weren't buying the butterball turkeys, the butterball brand, is because they said that they were like sexually abusing the turkeys and like mishandling them allegedly. But like it all stems from a video from like way back that someone posted from the actual like I think the actual like one of the mills or whatever it's called, one of the factories. And everyone was just joking on them, talking about like when I bite into that extra salty butterball turkey, like Diddy got the butterball turkey. Like it's it's really funny. It's just so stupid.
Uh, I don't know how I feel about people sexually abusing the dead bodies of turkeys.
I don't know if they were dead or not during the process. They could have been alive. Does that make it better?
No, but that reminds me of a story that when we were younger, my friend's stepdad, he was drunk and he would always like whenever he got drunk, he would tell these crazy stories, so I don't know if it was true or not, but he swore it was true
All right, hit
about
me.
how everybody had weird nicknames in Mexico. Like if you did something and kind of stuck, and that was like your nickname. And one of his cousins had the funniest nickname. They called him Chicken Fucker in Spanish.
Hold on.
And
Let me guess why he got the name.
yeah, okay, go ahead.
He would always go to McDonald's and just fuck up some McChickens, like eat a bunch of them. Is that why?
No, not even close. So according to this guy, my friend's stepdad, this they found him with his pants down, and this chicken was like making a lot of noise.
Oh.
So they went to see, and they find him, and they're like, "Dude, what were you doing?" He was always just taking a piss, and they're like, "Why are your pants all the way down?" And what was like the chicken crying for? And he was like, "I don't know what y'all talking about." And he
And
just
why is your face so sweaty? And why are you so? It's like
a-
that SpongeBob
any,
episode.
yeah. Anyways, so apparently the chicken they found it dead like the next day or whatever.
Damn, homie was packing.
So yeah, he must have been packing, but yeah, you gotta remember chickens are very small as well. But yeah, so anyways, he swore he was just like taking a dump or peeing or whatever. His story might have changed, so everybody just was like, yeah, he's a chicken fucker. So it just stuck with him, and he was known as a chicken fucker.
Wait, you're saying chickens are small? I
You
might
don't
need to be
think chickens
back.
are small?
I might need to be back. You said chickens are small. I'll be right back. Gotta go find me a chicken.
So how was your Thanksgiving, Dino?
Pretty good, pretty good. So I had some. I was gonna do this bit. I just where I was gonna be all holy and like good, like cleansed. I was gonna call it cleansed Dino, because all Thanksgiving, what I did was I cleaned up around the house. Me and my wife were cleaning up the house because the next day, we were gonna have the Virgin Mary at our house, which I don't know if every
Oh,
church.
I thought she had died like thousands of years ago.
Nah, we kept a bit of her in our hearts. But anyways, so I don't know if every church or every Catholic church does this, but the Catholic churches around here, they have this sort of tradition where um leading up to like Christmas or like like I believe the 12th of December, They do what's called the um misterios. So it's like the kind of like, if you think about it, it's sort of like the like what's that thing called? I can't think of the name. The thing we use in school. The summary is it's basically like the important bits from the Bible, and we just kind of like read them, and it's all tied to the Virgin Mary, and like we kind of make a couple prayers to the Virgin Mary. Um, so they did it at my old church, and they do it at the church where I live at now. And they asked us if we wanted to, and I was like, sure. I mean, if my wife wants to, I mean, I guess it's not like I have a choice. But here's the thing: it's not that I don't like it or anything. It's just like I'm not a very religious person, if you couldn't tell. But I thought, yeah, I'll sure, let's do it. So we had to clean up. We had to get the house in order, make sure everything's good. So when we receive the Virgin Mary, and people come over to your house, it's kind of like posadas, if you know what those are, that they usually do in Mexico. Um, and so you like come over, do some prayer, and then you get food. And we were like figuring out like what are we gonna give, how much we're gonna give of it, like we were just my wife just stresses out about these things because she wants everything to just go perfect. And I tell her like, hey, don't stress out, like it's gonna be fine. Well, you know, we got the food figured out, we got seats. I mean, we have everything's ready. Like we just had to clean up and you know, make the house look nice. And she was just stressing out. Like we woke up early, went to the store, picked up last minute things, and it was just a horrible like the lead up to it is very horrible. But yeah, and then we were praying, and I felt like a headache or like some pain in my head when they started praying. And I was like, "Oh no, this is it. I'm being cleansed. I'm being wiped away from all my sins are being wiped off of me. Like I'm starting anew." But then I realized I haven't eaten all day in preparation for the meal afterwards. So that was my
Was it like
bit.
a big buffet, or why hadn't you eaten at that to that point?
It wasn't a huge buffet or anything. I ate my usual breakfast. I like the American breakfast. Grits, eggs, sausage if I have it, pancakes. It's just I love that type of American breakfast. And then I was just like, well, I'll wait till later because my mom made some tamales for the thing, and I was like, oh, my mom's tamales are always really good, so I was just gonna wait to eat those. And I guess I just didn't eat anything all day until then. It was really funny because like people didn't show up till like a little. Sometimes they showed up a little after. Like we were almost done and people were still pulling up at the house. So they really just came for like 10 minutes to eat and leave. Which all right, that's fine by me. But it's
That's what I would have done.
yeah, nah, I don't blame you. But yeah, we were all like, bro, my mom made like over 100 tamales. Like, what are we gonna do with these? I was like, well, if you divide them all up, it's like 10 each because there are only 10 of us. So like her family, my mom and me, and all of us were like 10 people. So I was like, all right, well, let's split it up. But no, there was a couple people. I think in total 23, including her family, and so it was a decent turnout. Wasn't a ton of people. And it all turned out well. We just came back, literally like we just came back from another because you have the Virgin Mary, and so the next night it's at someone else's house. And so you had to go take it to their house, stay at their stuff, and then you can leave. But yeah,
Mm, interesting. So what I learned is that I can go get free food around this time of year.
yeah, but you just gotta wait until like so if they tell you it's at 6, wait until about 6:40, 6:50 when they're almost done.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, and anyways, I was gonna say I'm clean, I'm cleansed, I've been rebirthed, I'm renewed, I am pure. And then I made myself a Tampico tequila drink, and I realized I'm tainted. I've gone back to my ways as soon as she left the house.
You don't repent hard enough.
Apparently not. Anyways, uh, do you have any Thanksgiving or how's your Thanksgiving? You want to talk about Thanksgiving stuff?
My in-laws came over. Uh, I cooked some food. My sister, my mom, my wife, they all cooked something. My mother-in-law brought some tamales from Honduras. They're really, really good. Um, yeah, everything turned out really good except for my sister tried to recreate this recipe that one of my aunts used to make. This pie that was like really good, like a key lime pie with like cherries on top or
Mm-hmm.
something. Forgot what it's called, but yeah, she tried to she tried to recreate it, and it did not turn out that good. But other than that, everything else was delicious. She made other type of desserts, and they were all really good. So yeah, we had a blast. We ate a lot. Leftovers the next day. How do you feel about turkey versus ham? Like, what do you prefer?
I'd say turkey. I'm not a huge ham guy. It's just I'm not a huge pork guy. Like I'll eat it. Like I'm not gonna say I won't eat carnitas or like some like pork pozole, but it's just I don't know. Out of all the proteins, it's not my favorite. I just I don't know. Maybe it's the taste, or maybe it's just the like after I eat a bunch of it, I get like sick of it. I don't know. I'm not a huge pork guy. I don't even really like bacon like that. Like I'll eat it. Like
You don't
if
like bacon? What about carnitas?
yeah, carnitas. I eat carnitas, but I don't like the
Al
cuero.
pastor?
I don't like the cuero. Yeah, I'll eat that
You don't
too.
like you don't like al pastor?
I like al pastor. I don't like the cuero. You know, like the
Oh, dude,
skin.
this podcast is over. How can you not like cuero? That's like chicharrón. That's so good.
Gross. No, but
Chicharrón?
it's like rubbery chicharrón. It's like fleshy chicharrón.
Yeah, it's flesh. Yeah.
I like chicharrón when it's like crunchy. I'll eat chicharrón. You know, as I'm saying, like I used to hate pork. I used to never eat it like at all. Um, Now I mean I eat it, but it's just not my favorite. Like and with bacon, sometimes when I order like a sausage, egg, and cheese, for some reason the dumbass says that McDonald's R Us. Um, why the fuck did I say R Us? But McDonald's Enterprise, they mess up my order and give me like bacon, egg, and cheese. I'll eat it, but it's not like what I wanted.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
I'm very disappointed in you. How can you not
Well, I mean,
bacon?
I like sausage. Like sausage is usually pork too.
Yeah, I just name a bunch of foods that you like.
Yeah, if I had to
But
choose between
you're a basic bitch.
if I had
You
to
pick
choose
asada
between
over
yeah,
you pick asada over al pastor.
if I had to choose between asada and a pastor, I'd pick asada.
Basic bitch.
If he asked me between barbacoa and carnitas, I'll choose barbacoa.
Yeah, you. Mm,
I just prefer
it,
beef,
it,
chicken over ham or pork.
apparently turkey too. What? How do you even eat turkey?
Oh, it's funny. The very first time that I didn't even eat it this time, but the very first time we got a turkey for Thanksgiving, my dad's work gave him a free turkey. No idea what to do with it. Like my mom looked at it like it was a brand new beast, like it just got discovered out in the wild. Like I don't know what to do with this. So she was like, "Well, turkey is just a really big chicken. So what if I just prepare like a pollo enchilado, like a what would that be called? Like a like a spicy marinated chicken. Um, why don't I just use that as a base and just put a turkey, use it with turkey, and that's how she made it. She made this the what's it called like the marinade, the spice. She cooked it in the oven. I mean it. I never tried it because, like I said, I wasn't a big fan of turkey back in the day. Like when they gave it at school, they would give us turkey. I wouldn't eat it. Like it just, and I don't know. I'm good with just beef and chicken for the rest of my life. And so yeah, she cooked it. It worked. I mean, I guess I liked it because they ate it, but ah, it's not. And then I had it with my first girlfriend. Her dad used to make turkey for like Thanksgiving. So he'd make it, he'd fry it, and that was really good. I really enjoyed that. So I like fried turkey. Hello?
I don't know what to say to you, Dino. But disappointed in you, man. How can you not like? I'm still like over the fact that you say you don't like pork.
I just, it's not my favorite. Like when I was a kid, when I was about 7, I stopped eating meat entirely because it was my birthday, or I think I was turning like 7 at, I don't remember what it was, but it was a party. And I just remember they had bought a pig, like, unbutchered pig, like a whole ass pig, and they like shot it in the head, but they still had to like bleed it out. They had to take all the non good stuff out of the pig, like the guts and stuff, skin it. It was just absolutely like disgusting watching this as a kid, and it grossed me out from meat for like ever. Like I didn't start eating meat until like, I don't know, maybe like 15. And I still don't like a bunch of meat. Like I said, I still don't really like pork. And like chicken wings, they have to be boneless. I can't, if I find bone, or if I feel like I gotta peel bone off of my meat or whatever, it grosses me out.
You are a weak son.
Yeah, I am.
Wait, you were telling me you were vegetarian for years?
I would say vegetarian, but I still ate pepperoni, like pepperoni pizza. I'd eat like I will say I wasn't aware of what kind of meat the torta was, but there was this woman that made the most amazing tortas. Like to this day, I still haven't found one that's as good. And they used some kind of meat. I never asked what kind of meat it was. My parents never told me what kind of meat it was, and I think they did it on purpose. But one day when I grew up, I was like, I wonder what happened to that lady. Like, does she still sell them? And they were like, oh, every now and then. Also, did you know that was a pork leg? I was like, it was like, huh? He's like, yeah, it was like pork leg, pork shoulder, whatever it's called. Like that was the meat. And I was like, and I absolutely loved it. What am I?
Wait, so you were vegetarian though? Like you really didn't eat any meat? Like
Yeah.
not McDonald's?
Yeah, I ate burgers.
Oh, so you were not a
As
vegetarian
long as
at
I
all.
as long as I didn't like, I don't know, I guess maybe
So
it's
it just had to be processed so you didn't think it came
yeah,
from an
yeah.
animal.
As long as it was processed, I was
So
fine with it.
you were a failure of a vegetarian
Yeah,
and a failure as a meat eater as
I
well.
was just I've been a failure my
Or
whole
just a
life,
failure.
Pablo.
Yeah.
I've been a failure my whole I don't deny that. Have you seen this podcast and the way it's going? I always want to like
I
end it
mean, yeah,
all.
when we have a pretentious vegetarian, I can see why.
Like my mom had to cook 2 meals, one for me and one for my the rest of my family.
What would she cook you?
Eggs, soup, stuff that didn't look like meat. A lot of eggs. I'm a real big fan. I love eggs, dude. Like scrambled eggs, fried eggs, deviled like hard boiled eggs. I grew up
Did you
on
ever
that.
think these are unborn chickens that I'm eating?
Nope,
Like that didn't bother you?
never thought of it that way. Technically, isn't it just like I'm basically eating like unovulated chicken eggs? On like
Yeah.
yeah, so it's technically not a baby chick. You ever heard of balut?
Yeah, I know what that is. I wouldn't eat it. It looks disgusting.
Yeah, it's a fucking half baked duck. Not very appetizing.
So you would eat burgers and pizza
Uh huh.
and like other type of junk food,
Uh huh.
but then you didn't want to eat like
Caldo
the
de
actual
sopa.
good meat. Like you
Caldo
wouldn't
de
eat a
pollo.
steak.
Nah. Nope.
You wouldn't eat tacos.
I don't even think I used. Did I? I'm trying to think. I don't think I ever did. Cause
Okay, what makes a burger fine but a taco not in your
mm,
mind?
I think what changes it is that the burger, the patty is unrecognizable as meat. It's all
Wait,
grounded.
what else could it be?
And
It's
well,
meat.
it's like grounded
It's
up.
literally meat.
It's not like it's okay. So it's not
So
like
you were fine with ground meat as long like that's what I'm saying because like a taco can have like
yeah. It's like,
grinded meat,
no.
right? Like the meat is grinded
It's like
down.
a pulp. But when a sausage is it's like a disc shape pulp looking like thing. It's like it doesn't really register in my mind as meat versus tacos, which is literally just cubed up meat.
What
I'm
about
trying
like a
to
hot
think
dog? You were
like
fine with a hot dog?
yeah, as long as it was processed, I ate it. So like hot dogs. My aunt used to make cheesy dogs, which is just like American cheese on a bun. They heat it up in a microwave and put a hot dog in it. Um, so yeah, I guess I was just I wasn't a vegan. I was just a processed foodie.
You were just you were just lost. You were like committed to I don't want to eat animals, but you weren't committed enough.
I was a confused vegetarian.
You were a confused person,
I was a
pretentious vegetarian.
I
Like,
was
yeah, I don't want to eat meat except it if it's a like fast food.
I was vegetarian curious, veggie
Yeah,
curious, because I
yeah,
I would eat some meat. It's just like I said, like caldo de pollo. Like if it had like legs and shit, nope. And nowadays, I mean, even my mom gets like she kind of feels a certain type of way because when I got with my wife, we would go to like parties or I'd come over to her house and they feed me, and they'd have like uh puerco pibil or whatever it's called, um chorri frijoles like pork and carnitas, and I'd eat it, and my mom's like, "What? You actually ate it?" And I was like, "I mean, what was I gonna do? Not eat it?"
yeah. It reminds me of it says if a kid's hungry enough, he'll eat anything. So I know I had a I have a friend who he was very proud when he said like, yeah, if my parents didn't want to buy me Chick-fil-A, I would just sit there and not eat, and they would eventually buy me what Chick-fil-A.
He sounds
And
gay. Was he
I
gay?
was like, yeah, I remember I tried that once, and then like 6 hours later, I was really hungry, and I was like, damn, yeah, they're really not gonna buy me my McDonald's, huh? I guess I am gonna have to eat whatever my mom made, cause I'm not gonna starve to death, cause that is painful.
Is it? I've never gotten hungry. I'm fat.
No, that's my point. That like parents get worried if like the kid won't eat, just let him suffer.
Fuck them,
Eventually they'll eat. I know
man.
because it worked on me.
Fuck these kids, bro. Chick-fil-A
Yeah, like
says he sounds
you
gay.
want.
Was he gay?
Yeah,
I knew it.
very gay.
I knew it. Just the way just the way he remembered him makes it sound very flamboyant.
Oh yeah, but actually you know them too.
I bet I do.
But hey, at least he wasn't a pretentious fake vegetarian though.
I was veggie curious, bro. Leave me alone. I was a kid. I mean, I didn't really understand the different food stuff that would go into my Whopper.
And when you grew up, you actually decided to go back to eating meat, or like was it like I just give up, or like I don't feel bad for the animals anymore?
I don't know what I mean. Well, you know how your taste buds kind of mature as you get older.
Yeah.
I think that might have something to do with it because like back in the day, I would literally gag when I would try to eat like pork or stuff. Like I'd gag, and nowadays, like I said, I like carnitas, I like tacos al pastor, but it's just not my favorite.
Yeah,
It,
I
it
got you.
it's sort of like mushrooms. I used to hate mushrooms. Well, my parents would order like a supreme pizza with like mushrooms, bell peppers, like onion, and all this stuff. And I used to hate it. Like I would take everything off except for like the pepperoni and the meat, so, the Italian sausage. But nowadays, dude, it's like my favorite like topping is supreme. Or like
Yeah.
when I go to a buffet, I love the mushrooms and oyster sauce.
Yeah. I had something similar with mushrooms where I used to hate them as a kid,
Hmm.
and then eventually like I tried them again when I was older, and I was like when I was a teenager, I started eating them, and I was like, you know what? They're not bad. I wouldn't eat them alone, but like if there's other things and they're just kind of there as an add-on, like I don't mind. I don't mind them. Like in pizza and like you go get Japanese food, they give you mushrooms. Like yeah, I'll eat them.
Hmm.
But now if you were like one time we did order this pizza and everybody was talking about how good it was,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just mushrooms. It was like six different kind of mushrooms
What the
on
fuck?
it, and I ate like two slices, which everybody was getting two, but I was like, yep, wouldn't order it again, or I wouldn't order it if I was alone. But I mean, it wasn't bad.
Wait, who the fuck ordered the damn mushroom lover?
I forgot what it was called, but it was like because it was like a little local restaurant.
Yeah,
Forgot where we were at, and they
call it
recommended that one because yeah, they had like six different kind of mushrooms, and
call it
apparently it was really
this
good.
call it the Super Mario fucking special.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, like I said, they loved it, but to me it was like, meh, I needed something else.
Yeah, like I said, it's like I
I would
eat.
never be a vegetarian. Like even if I were to like I've like we just killed some chickens the other day at my uncle's land. Like he's got like a farm. He's got chickens. He gets eggs, all that. So we killed some chickens and we got two of them. Um, Instead of the turkey, we got a chicken. We got two. One we made in like a soup, like a chicken noodle soup type
Hmm.
thing. And the other one we made instead of a turkey, we just made a chicken because it was freshly killed. And
That
like
makes
yeah,
it
I can eat it. Like it don't bother me.
that makes it better.
Um, yeah, it's fresh. It's like yeah, like at least I know it didn't really suffer. We killed it quick and painless.
What if I fucked it to death?
Sounds like you got problems. First thinking about turkeys and now chickens. Like I think the problem here is you.
You're not wrong. I'm sorry, I'm a little sauced. This is why
Yeah.
I can't be cleansed. I can't be holy. I literally just drank more than like two shots worth of tequila and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna measure it out real quick. Nah, I could measure it out. I'm fine. I'm not fine. I'm the opposite of fine right now.
Yeah, apparently. So so you guys don't celebrate Thanksgiving at all?
We used to not. It's used to be more of like just an excuse to go over to someone else's house and eat. Me and my family weren't huge like, oh, it's a family meal. Like we gotta be thankful. Like nah, they're from Mexico. Thanksgiving doesn't exist over there. But I think it was like we tried it that one year when we had the turkey. Um, that's when we would try to celebrate Thanksgiving, and then the second time was like my mom was like, "Hey, you and your brother are in charge of the whole meal," and because someone either gave them ham or they bought ham, so they just had a huge like ham that I had no prior experience with cooking. I had no prior experience with like ham handling, like anything. I was just they tasked us with making the whole meal, like baked macaroni and cheese, and I've never even made regular like Kraft macaroni and cheese. Mashed potatoes. I mean, a lot of the stuff is instant, but still, like the everything else is like by hand. So we were like, all right, fine, we'll do it. Me and my brother can do this. So we started making the ham, and I looked up a recipe online because obviously I didn't know what to do with ham, and it was like brown sugar, uh, something, and like it was a bunch of ingredients. I don't remember. I can't pull it up right now.
Did you put pineapple? At least pineapple, right?
Nope. The recipe didn't even like call for butter, but looking at other recipes, I realized that butter was a huge part of it, and I noticed it after a while because what you're supposed to do is like you like put the ham on like a thing, like a kind of like a rack to kind of keep it off of the bottom of whatever you're putting it in, so that the juices collect at the bottom, and you can just scoop it, and you're supposed to like what the fuck is it called? Base it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, it's very hard to do that when there's no butter or any other sort of liquid other than just like the standard ham water. So I kept ladling it, I kept basting it in its own juices, and eventually it just got really, really hard. Like like the sugar solidified, so it just became candied ham. And So that was the ham, and then the macaroni and cheese, like it was baked macaroni and cheese, which is more difficult than just regular standard like in a box Kraft Heinz macaroni and cheese. You know what I mean? And I looked up a recipe, and the recipe was for making, I don't know, like 2 cups of macaroni and cheese, like using 2 cups of macaroni and cheese. And my mom had given me a 1 pound box of macaroni and cheese, and she was like, "All right, here you go, make the whole thing." I fucking
Wait.
eyeballed
So
it.
what you did was multiply it, right? Like add it up,
I
and
can't,
then add like multiply the ingredient as well. So use the same amount.
hell no. I can't.
What
I
did you
can't
do?
do math. I eyeballed it. I eyeballed that shit. It was not good. Macaroni was under like raw. It wasn't cooked all the way through. The top of it was not covered by like the other ingredients, so it just didn't cook. Um, and I was just I got it was a mess, dude. I was eyeballing the fuck out of it. I was just adding shit and hoping it turned out right. It turned out okay. I gave some to a friend. She said it was pretty good. Everybody else said it gave them like indigestion problems, and they were like, having to go to the restroom every now and then. Like, I don't know where we fucked up. The mashed potatoes were
Probably where
instant.
where you didn't follow the recipe. I would say you probably started there. That's where it went wrong.
Well, I mean, when your mom tells you to make a pound of macaroni, like a whole pound, like it's a fucking huge ass box of macaroni and cheese, and I'm just fucking like, yeah, we could do this. I mean, I tasted that. It tasted good. Like it wasn't like bad. It was just it would have been better if I had a recipe for a 1 pound box of macaroni. I'm okay at following directions for stuff like that. I worked at a furniture store, and when you work at a furniture store, you have to put the furniture together with like the books and shit. So, I mean, I know something about following directions, but just when you throw these curveballs at me, that's when I have a problem.
I want to know what recipe you found for 2 cups of macaroni. That seems like a very small amount. Like, don't
I'm
there normally people make a lot more than that?
Well, it was for like a small like dish, a small like little what is it called? The little glass thing.
Mm. And like, did you find the recipe on Google or like, why couldn't you just look up a different one?
Thanks for answering me. It was just Google. First thing I Googled, first thing that came up, I was like, all right, this is what we're following.
The first one,
Literally.
you're like, Google has decided this is the recipe. All other recipes are not as good.
Yeah, this is straight from BuzzFeed. This is what I'm going with. I mean, like I said, it didn't turn out horrible. Like it could have been a lot worse, but I actually, like I said, my family ate it. They said it was fine. I mean, other than the fact that they had to go to the restroom, it gave them the runs. And then my friend ate it. I think she also got the runs, but she said it was good, so I'll take her word for it.
So, also when we first moved, we used to not really celebrate it, but then people around us they would celebrate it, but kind of Mexican style, where they would make like tamales or pozole or something, and we kind of did something like that for a couple years. But then my youngest sibling was like, you know, why can't we do like in the movies, like just have a, just celebrate it like
Just say
the way
white
it's
people.
intended to.
Just say
And I
white
was
people.
like, and I was like, excuse me, I was like, well, we are living in the USA. We are, here, so I don't see anything wrong with celebrating a holiday, a US holiday, US style. It's like imagine going to Mexico and Grito Independencia and like somebody wants to like make burgers. You'd probably be like, nah. So it's like the same thing. I was like, yeah, let's do it. Let's celebrate American style. So that year we started, like, I started cooking. My sister started cooking because my mom was like, I don't know how to make American style, but she did try to make some stuff. But now that we're older,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, mainly me and my brothers do most of the cooking. She still does some stuff, but
Yeah.
yeah, we do the American style cooking, and I like it. It's like the one year, like the one day out of the year where we actually eat like American homemade American stuff. Because normally we eat American stuff is like store bought, like fast food type things because we always have Mexican food. So
Hamburger helper,
I like
baby.
it. It's like a nice change of pace.
Yeah.
And then we always also make so much food. My mother-in-law is very picky, so she didn't really like the food too much. But my father-in-law said it was really good, and everybody else said it was really good.
Why did you give me a plate?
Huh?
Why didn't you give me a plate, bud? I'll be the judge of that.
What would I? Nah.
Nah,
You don't. Nah.
nah.
You're fake vegetarian. I can't give you a plate, man. I'm sorry.
I'm veggie curious, bro. Leave me alone.
It had like chicken bones and stuff, like legs and stuff,
Never mind. Fuck that. Gross.
and he had like pork.
Gross. Get out of here. Get
Yeah, it
out of
was
here.
mainly meat. Honestly, we did like meatballs and barbecue sauce. We did the cornbread, the mashed potatoes with the gravy. We did the gravy with the meat on it. We did the mac and cheese. My wife did that. It was her first year. She actually she looked up multiple recipes, tried like made a little bit of different ones to see
Nah.
which one she ended up
Mm-hmm.
doing, and then she was like, "Hey, what do you think of this one?" And I was like, "Yeah, that one's good." So she made that one, and you know, worked out. I was like, "Thank God you didn't go with the first one."
The first one was made by a white woman named Sherry.
But yeah, so yeah, everybody did something, and we had a lot of food. I think we still have leftovers now. But yeah, I did the cornbread. I did. I only did this year. I only did the cornbread and the meatballs and like barbecue sauce. And I was supposed to do something else, some more veggies, but I was feeling sick, so I didn't do those.
Bro, I'm fucked up. I don't even realize when I threw my fucking mouse pad down on the floor.
Yeah.
Anyways.
You want to do a craze card, and like I'm feeling kind of sick, guys. So we're gonna do a craze combo card, and then we're gonna do an early episode. We're just gonna finish this episode.
Yeah, alright, fuck it. It's a special episode.
Yes. So wait. So what did you end up eating for Thanksgiving? You never said.
Oh. This year my mother in law made barbacoa, and that's what we went to go eat. My we were also super late to that. Like everyone had finished eating and my wife was making a it's called sopa de crema, which is like a sour cream spaghetti, but it's really good. It has like tomatoes and onion, and it tastes really good. I really liked it. And we were the last ones there, so everyone had already finished eating by the time we got there. So they were basically eating Thanksgiving without one of the sides.
Yeah. Barbacoa, dude. I love me some barbacoa, man.
So good. Had
Yes.
2 plates.
Oh, dude. By the way, the tamales that my mother-in-law made, they're called naca tamales, which I thought was really funny because naca is like in Mexico is they like used for like a ghetto
Crazy.
woman
Oh,
or like a
I thought it
ghetto
was something like
person. It's like
crazy.
ghetto. So naca tamales is like ghetto tamales, and like they're really good. They're from Honduras, and they got like a bunch of different stuff on it. They got like potatoes and rice and different kinds of meat, and they have like, well, she didn't put any olives, but normally they have like olives and raisins and all this stuff.
What the
But
fuck?
she didn't put any of that because she's like that her family don't like it. But
Nah, I wouldn't want raisins in my fucking tamales.
they're really good, honestly.
If it's not
No, yeah,
sweet, sweet tamales. Sweet tamales, all right. You ever
yeah, no,
had
but
those?
that's the traditional way they're done in Honduras. It has like raisins and olives.
You ever
That
had?
was the only thing she was missing. But
You ever had like?
I've had the traditional ones because I have a friend from over there that she always used to bring me some
Uh-huh.
that her mom made, and they are so good.
You ever had break like dessert tamales?
Dessert tamales, yeah, I've had them. Tamales dulces,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're like sweet, pink, different colors, and they have like pineapple and raisins in it. I like those, but if it's in my savory, nah.
To me, it's really good because like you're eating this salty, normal meaty tamale, and all of a sudden you take like one bite of, and it's like a juicy burst of sweetness that's like there for a second. It's like really good. It's like
Nah,
ratatouille, right? Where it's like you bite the cheese and you bite the strawberry, and then you like bite them both.
nah. The only time salty and raisins mix is fucking trail mix.
Also, the olive was really good. I used to not like olives. That's the thing that made me like olives. Were the naca tamales. When I had them the first time, I think I ever had them were in California, and they gave us, and I was like, these tamales are different. They're not Mexican. But I like them. They're really good. All of a sudden, I get an olive, I bite into it, and it's like a burst of flavor because I guess it absorbed the flavor from the tamal. The other stuff that was inside the tamale was just like a burst of flavor,
Hmm.
and I was like, "Whoa, what was that?" Or like that's an olive.
That
I was a
burst,
kid, and I was like, "Oh, this is so good."
that burst of flavor just like nutted in your mouth.
Kind of. It was just yeah, it was just a burst of flavor. I was like, "Oh, you know
Nice,
what? Olives are good." Now I like olives.
cool.
I
You,
even like them on pizza, which I know is weird. A lot of people don't like them, but yeah, dude, I love me some olives on pizza.
yeah, they're all
Also,
right.
onion. I feel like onion is an underrated topic.
Oh yeah, no, like I like onion. Olives, I think they're pretty good. I don't mind that sometimes they're like not sweet, but they're kind of like vinegary,
Yeah.
which is really it works really well on pizza. I like that on pizza.
Anyways, if let's say this show becomes huge and we are offered like we get to do 3 live shows, me and you together, we're traveling together to do these live shows. We ain't bringing the wives, so it's just gonna be like a boys trip. What 3 places in the world would you like to would we visit?
Is that the crazy combo card, or is this just a question?
Yeah, it's basically, but I just made it, more for the podcast.
Oh, okay, cool. I guess we're not doing any more spicy relationship ones, or at least not one today.
Yeah. What 3 places would we visit together?
Amsterdam, Amsterdam, and Amsterdam. Somewhere where prostitution is legal.
If we're doing prostitution, okay, Amsterdam would be number one. Then,
Amsterdam again,
nah, I don't think Amsterdam again.
and then a third time.
Maybe Tijuana. I always want to go to Tijuana. I heard it's like fun over there. I used to have a friend from over there. He said it was fun.
Well, I mean, can we perform at a donkey show?
Oh, talking about Tijuana, I have a story. I think I've shared it before in the podcast. If I did, feel free to stop me. But there's this guy that um, he basically said when he was younger he was going through some hard time. He wanted to kill himself. Oh, probably he wanted to unalive himself.
It doesn't matter. I
And
use both terms. It doesn't matter at this point.
yeah, yeah, he wanted to unalive himself. Like and he said like, yeah, I just want to end it all. Blah blah. He was so depressed. He decided like, you know what? Since I'm gonna like f myself up anyways, like I'm just gonna go and like spend all my savings and like fuck some hookers and like do some cocaine and get drunk and whatever and
Oh wait, hold on, hold
hopefully
on,
OD'd or something.
hold on.
If
Wait,
not, I
wait.
just come back. If not, I just come back and end myself. So he went and he went to Tijuana because he lived in California in the Southern California. So he goes over to Tijuana, gets over there with like like whatever thousands of dollars he had in savings, his life savings. He goes, starts having threesomes, starts like doing blow and like smoking weed and getting drunk and like doing all this for the weekend. And then he said like he didn't know he had just had a blast, man. He had like wild time, party nonstop. Said after the weekend was over, he was like, man, I'm out of money. Damn, I need to go make some money so I can come back and do this again. Like that was so fucking good.
Hey, yeah, got to do it a second time.
Yeah, so he was like, I gotta save money, come back at least once a year for this.
See,
So
that's
yeah.
that's what that's the thing. If they say money can't buy happiness, I think that's bullshit. I would be so much more happier if I had a bunch of money.
Yeah, so I always wanted to go to Tijuana after that guy told me this story.
All right,
He
so
was like,
that's
yeah. He was like, yeah, you should definitely go to Tijuana.
all right. Amsterdam, Tijuana, and one more place. We're all over the fucking map.
Tokyo? Let's go to Tokyo.
Yeah, I could. I'd see Tokyo. I don't. There's not a lot of live shows being done in Tokyo. I mean, usually they go to like Europe, Australia, um, America,
I
like
just want to go to
America, South
Japan.
America. Okay, so this is basically just places we want to visit.
Together, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I think we'd have a blast. Like, definitely Amsterdam and Tijuana. We don't want to bring the wives because, But,
I don't
yeah,
want to do. I don't want to do that for Tokyo either. I need like an empty suitcase to fill it up with all the
yeah.
stuff
I
I'd
was going
buy.
to say, it's going to be like anime town,
Oh
nonstop. Red
yeah.
Light District and anime, like, what is it called? Akihabara? Whatever the anime district is.
Isn't it
Quincy would know.
Okihana?
Yeah, well, Quincy would know.
Yeah. Shout out
I'm sure
Quincy.
he'll correct us. I'm
Yeah.
sure he'll
Shout out
correct us.
to fuck Quincy. He's over here fact checking me and shit. I'm stupid.
Yeah. I don't need you to tell me I'm stupid. I already know I'm stupid.
My mom tells me every day.
Hey. But yeah, I think with that we can end this episode.
Nah, I can keep. I can
What
keep
one more
going.
thing before we go. Let's end it with
I
this.
can keep
Did
going.
did you get any good did you get any good deals for Black Friday?
Fuck no, dude. Back in the day, people used to kill each other over these deals. Nowadays, bro, these deals are fucking like 15% off of this thing. Like it's fucking bullshit. There's nothing good.
Uh I found so many stuff I wanted like there's a bunch of games on Steam that I wanted. I got a new PC and I gave my old one to my wife cuz hers is like really old and it was like a budget build. So she was struggling running Fortnite and stuff and newer games. So I was like, I'll give her my old one and I'm gonna buy me one. And I was looking at the best deals, right? So there's this computer on Best Buy. I think they had the best deal on pre-built. I was gonna build my own computer, and then I saw this pre-built computer, and I was like, yeah, that's honestly a good deal. Like I might just not even build it myself, just buy that one. It was like for for $1,430. So with taxes, it was a little over 1,500.
Damn.
And I was like, you know what? Like it had a 1470 Super, it had a 78 X3D. Um, so it was like really good.
No, that's great.
I added all the parts, and it was more expensive, but they were better quality. Right
Yeah.
when I'm about to like pull the trigger and buy it, some guy that lives 20 minutes from here, he goes, he's like, "Oh, I bought this computer like a month and a half ago, like 6 weeks ago, uh, to switch over to playing PC." And but none of my friends, bought a PC, so I just went back to PlayStation to play with my friends. So he started it like at 1,600 because he bought it for like 17,
Uh
and he
huh.
went down. He kept going down. I'm like, you know what? Before I buy this thing, let me send him a message. I was like, I'll check it to make sure it works, and if something breaks on it, I can always fix it. So, yeah, I got this $1,500 on Black Friday PC that I was gonna buy. I ended up getting it for 1,000 from the guy. I went to pick it up, turned it on, everything was running great. Brought it home, installed everything, running perfect.
But
So
yeah,
yeah, I got a
no,
hell of a deal.
these deals are not worth it. Like back in the day, I remember the new 3DS was like $200 or something like that. But when they had a Black Friday deal, it was like $100, like half off. Like these fucking deals nowadays are ass. Like fucking bullshit. Like, oh, this thing was 350. Well, guess what? Now it's only 300. Like, fuck off, dude.
I don't know,
We
dude.
used to trample each other for better deals.
I don't know. I got like an iPhone 16 for like it was what like 300 for like $400. We got one.
But those are
I got this
ass.
computer. I got this computer that's worth like I'm telling you, the parts are more expensive
Yeah, but
than
you bought it from a guy. You didn't buy it from the store.
yeah, but the guy bought it when the like pre Black Friday deal and then sold it. So
Exactly,
yeah.
and he gave you a better deal than I did the fucking stores. Like, fuck off, dude. These deals are
Yeah,
ass.
because like the
And
guy was
the
like, yeah,
reason that the 16 is so cheap is because people were like giving them back because they're so ass. Because
no,
the
like
only new features of the AI or the iPhone 16 is like the AI, and a lot of those features still haven't been like released yet. They're like beta testing them or some shit. Like I remember when I saw an article that like a bunch of people were returning their iPhone 16s because they weren't really worth upgrading from their phone.
well, yeah, it depends on which one you had. Because my wife had I think the 12 or the 13, so it was definitely a good upgrade for her. But
Still
yeah,
though,
no, I'm
if
telling
you
you though,
have like
like
a if you have like a 15, you can just stay with it.
yeah, but I never upgrade every year anymore. I upgrade like every 3 years now, like two, maybe
I'm
three.
broke as
Most of the
shit.
time it's three.
I'm broke as shit. I had to downgrade.
But you also got to remember that a lot of people buy new things and then they want to sell the old ones. So that's also a deal you got to keep your eyes on. But yeah, no, I'm very happy with my computer though. Also got a bunch of games at a really good price. Um,
No, that's great. But you asked me
uh,
about Black
got
Friday.
some.
Like Black Friday just hasn't
Yeah,
been the
yeah.
same.
No, like I'm saying, like I got a bunch of games I've been waiting on. I had them on my list and they're on sale now.
You used to
And then
get
I
like
got a bunch of clothes. Like, I also got another. SSD. Got a bunch of clothes, like winter clothes, for like $10 a shirt. They're nice shirts.
Well, that's good. I'm glad it worked out for you,
Fifteen
but
dollar, $15 work jeans.
still though, that's back in the day. Those would have been like $2.
Dude, there's no way that would have been $2. What,
Bro,
like,
shit was fucking good, man. You used to have to wake up early as fuck or stay out there all night for shit.
I never did that.
The Cyber Monday deals were looking better than the Black Friday deals.
I don't know, bro. I remember TVs being very expensive. Now you can find a very big TV for like a really cheap price,
Yeah, but
even
that's
if it's
that's
not
year
Black Friday.
round. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, year round. Like,
Yeah, but they had some crazy
but
deals
if
on
it's Black
TVs though.
Friday and the TV is 350 and they bring it down to like 300, I think that's kind of a fucking. I think that's still ass.
I don't know. I guess it depends on what you're looking like. Because
Nah, bruh. People used to
if you want
trample each
something
other.
expensive, like the expensive stuff, they'd have like bigger cutoffs, like like TVs that were in the thousands drop down to like 600.
Yeah, that's
That's like two
still
hundred
way
dollars
more than
off.
20% off.
Yeah, no, that's literally like 40% off. There was a
Exactly.
lot of things that were expensive that were
Things
like 40% off, 60% off, but they're
things
still
used to be like
expensive.
40, yeah, 40 to 60% off, and now shit's like, oh, 15% off this thing. Like, fuck off. Don't act like
I don't
you
know,
don't
man.
act like don't
I saw
fucking
plenty. I
act
went,
like Amazon can't afford to give us a little bit more of that fucking pie.
yeah, Amazon. I don't really Black Friday shop at Amazon. They don't really have many good deals. I feel like a lot of other places have better deals than Amazon, but I did see a lot of 40s and 60% off on different things. Now, whether they raise the price up before they put that, that's a different story. But I don't know. I was happy with what I found.
Jeff Bezos, if you're listening, I still use Amazon Prime. Please keep up the good work. I still buy a ton of shit on your website. Please don't don't take away my Prime subscription.
Good luck with that. But yeah, I think this podcast has been going on long enough. But yeah, so yeah, remember though, if you've been looking for something, like a lot of people been are selling, like if they upgraded, like there was people selling monitors because they upgraded, they were selling like monitors really cheap, all type of things.
Shit, I need
So
to fucking sell my shit just to stay on top of these fucking bills.
keep an eye on the used market. I always do.
Cool.
And with that, we're out.
All right, take care, guys.